It looks like summer's coming to an end and hockey season is right around the corner. And the Winnipeg Jets get done a piece of business I expect most of us saw coming. Rutger McGroatry officially traded from Winnipeg to the Pittsburgh Penguins. The Rutger McGroatry situation is nothing new. We've known since the end of the season pretty much that Rutger would not be signing in Winnipeg. And it sounded like he was going to be a Minnesota Wild for the 13th overall pick at the NHL entry draft until boom dropped. And Chevy finds his way out of another one here. Let's touch on the McGroatry side of things first, and then we'll jump into who the Jets got back. The 14th overall pick in the 2022 NHL entry draft. People won't like to hear this. I do think Pittsburgh got the slightly better player here. It's close, but I'm more convinced Rutger is going to get to his ceiling than a Braden Yager, so I understand what Pittsburgh's doing here. He's going to jump right into the NHL with a team that's still trying to compete in Crosby's last year. I actually think he'd fit the Crosby archetype of a winger quite well in his early years, so interested to see how that turns out. And according to Murat, he will be indeed signing with the Pens as part of this transaction. But Kevin Cheveldayoff did what Kevin Cheveldayoff does and got quality in return for a disgruntled asset here. If you're not familiar, Braden Yager was a Mem Cup All-Star, helping lead the Moose Jaw Warriors to the Mem Cup this year. He had a big D+ 1 year last year. Let's take a look at some of the numbers. 95 points in 57 games, 35 goals. And there's a lot to like here. And some people, I've already had some texts, oh, he's 5'11", he's only 170. This guy is a good two-way player in the dub. He's a centerman. We know the Winnipeg Jets have some center questions moving forward. And this is a rare 14th overall for 14th overall, a year apart trade. I mean, high upside center. Sask boy. A little Sask boy action in the peg. And when I saw Pitt, this was the only player I was hoping for if you were going to go the prospect route. You turn a winger, which is an organizational strength in Winnipeg, into a center, which is a premium asset, and a quality one at that. Braden Yager may turn out to be the better player here. Both these guys are still so young in their career and progression. Yager is a year younger, just signed to his ELC recently. I imagine he goes back to the dub next year. But, yeah, no complaints here. We're going to talk more about this on an episode of Top Line Winnipeg coming out likely tomorrow, potentially Saturday. And what can you say? A 1-for-1, prospect for prospect. Pittsburgh gets help now. Winnipeg gets a more premium position player that's going to help a little later. Works for me, Kevin Cheveldayoff. Works for me.